You want to do this interview?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's explain what we're working on together. We're working on a coloring book. You did all the drawings for it. We have, I don't know, like 40 here, something like that, 20 something, I don't know. And we're gonna eventually make another book out of that. Maybe can you talk a little bit about where your ideas come from?
Well, I'm making, see, those are iris.
Okay. These things?
Yeah. Those ears are iris. They're called iris.
Okay.
And I do drawings of my artwork in fantasy, where there's trial and error, where I'm drawing the pictures and I change the facial features of our looks that we have right now into fantasy. And I use the fantasy drawings feasibly to be used as representativeness of what we can look like in the future, observing the fact that we really don't have to die because we can withstand the forces of the technology now, use it to study our environment, and we can withstand the forces of time itself that never ever ends because we can change identities or change back into topplers. Like, it's kind of like reincarnation, only different. And we can change our identity, size, shape, and form, and we can go ahead and use the more futuristic fantasy drawings of the facial features or the gyobla bodies. Instead of saying bodies, I say gyoblas or aoblas. We can use the gyobla or the aobla bodies to change size, shape, and form and look like the fantasy drawings and paintings that I do, so that we can withstand the forces of the pressures of time continuing on and on, where the atmosphere is getting more densified and the gravity is getting more intensified and we're getting more powerful just by having fulfillment and having being loved and respected by our lovers and loved ones that never mean to bring harm to us anytime, any place, anywhere, can help protect us from harm.
So some of them are pretty, like, iconic. I mean, pretty different than the human form, like you're talking about. And some of them are a bit more, like, realistic. I'll try to find one here. Still a little bit of deviation from the form. But, and then some of them are kind of objects, like you have a bunch of lamps. So is there significance to the lamp shape? Because I think you did, of the ones...
Well, that's a genie lamp.
Okay.
Yeah, that lamp there is called Immaculate.
Okay.
That's what my lamp looks like. I'm a god genie, I'm a god warrior, I'm another good lord in the true holy Bible.
Yeah, so this is kind of just a standard. Would seem to people to be fairly realistic, or sort of like this too. And so how do the ones that look more human-like relate to the ones that are sort of more kind of fantasy?
Well, like I say, I'm doing fantasy drawings because I'm studying our looks right now, our face features, like the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears, the whiskers on our faces, our eyebrows. I'm trying to come up with neater looking faces that we can change into in the future.
Okay.
If you feel like it. Or you can do your own design quality of your own look that you'd like to have. Because we're used to ourselves relaxing with our facial features that we have right now. Like, see, Luke has a sharp pointed nose. I have a different kind of shape, sharp pointed nose. See, Luke likes to relax with that kind of a shaped nose. You're used to yourself. if you want to expand on the relaxativeness that you have, the qualities of being allowed to have sexual actual pleasure and thrive and make love with someone that loves you so much that they never ever mean to bring harm to any time, any place, anywhere. It can help protect you from harm. And then you have the option to go ahead and enjoy more pleasurable times in your life and more relaxativeness, more relaxation, so that you can enjoy life more abundantly than we are right now. We're enjoying life very abundantly right now because we're hard workers. We don't like to have foolishness happening in our life, and we expect results out of those that speak to us. We want them to speak the truth to us and not try to pull the wool over our eyes and try to act like they love us and respect us when really they're cannibals trying to kill us and eat us.
So, are the...
See, this is a more fortified face. See, with the canines, see, if you want to change into something that looks kind of like that, so you'd be able to defend better, and use more force and power. Like you could shoot these stars off your eyes and shoot them into someone that's trying to kill you and eat you. That once the stars hit them, the opposition, they can be disintegrated, and you don't miss by shooting the stars out of your eyes.
So is this you imagining an alternative being or self that you could be in the future?
Yeah, it's just expanding on the fact that we're fairies that have variety shows happening in our lives, different fantasies. We study our environment, we adapt to the environment so that we continue to enjoy happiness and pleasure happening in our lives.
So this is you engaging to find that happiness, that pleasure in your life, this alternate form that you could be, or is it also to show other people how that would work?
Well, that's a female right there. I don't want to look like that one.
Okay.
That's only a fantasy figure for a female.
So, so this is for someone else to help them imagine.
Yeah, to use their imagination to come up with they can draw their own feelings by using their minds, just showing their feelings of different facial features by using pencils or pens or oil paint or pastels, and draw a figure that they'd like to look like if they can draw good enough. See, I'm a scientific illustrator. I'm as good. I can draw and paint as good as Norman Rockwell. I was the #1 scholarship art student at Colorado State University. Hallmark Cards wanted me to work for Hallmark Cards when I was a junior in college. They flew from Kansas City, Missouri. Representatives from Hallmark Cards flew from Kansas City, Missouri to Fort Collins, Colorado, to Colorado State University, where they came to my graphics class. And my instructor was internationally known and had spoken to Hallmark Cards about me because I was a prize student. I was the #1 scholarship art student at Colorado State University. And I'm as famous as my instructors, and they're all internationally known. I'm another honorary professor. I got straight A's in college. In art.
When did you go to college, Byron?
I went to college. I had a scholarship. Right when I was 18 years old, I was the head boy at George Washington High School. I was on TV for my artwork, and I was what was it I was going to say? I was on TV, and then I was in the newspaper, the Sunday newspaper, a great big color spread of me with some of my artwork in high school, and I won the contest that I was advertising by having the newspaper representatives taking photographs of me and my artwork to expose the fact that there was an art show that I was going to be in, and I won the prize in the art show with my artwork. But I went to college in 1969. I graduated from high school in 1969, and I went to Boulder, Colorado, to the University of Colorado for one summer, and I had a scholarship to the University of Colorado for athletics, track and field. I'm the #1 long jumper in all the universes and galaxies. I long jump 53 feet 3 inches. So I had a scholarship to the University of Colorado for track and field, but I had an art scholarship to the Colorado State University. So I took the scholarship from Colorado State University because I was really into doing art instead of just doing track and field, because you don't earn enough money, at track and field.
Sure.
I've won a Nobel Peace Prize for helping to keep the peace in all the universes and galaxies and beyond the universes and galaxies. Where there's creators of universes and galaxies that watch this show, and they're very wealthy, and they pay those that help Amazing Alakazam, Isiltor, God, Lord Byron out by finances, and they pay them money and castles for being courier representatives to help me to have more finances so that I can spend my money more abundantly.
Other than, obviously, we're looking forward to selling your coloring book.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that you're excited about the project? Are you excited about other people getting to color in your drawings?
Yeah, it's a fun thing to do. All of us have done artwork ever since we were little kids in grade school and in junior high school and in high school and in college. Those who wanted to pursue a career in artwork, doing artwork, practiced long enough and they got good enough to where they could express themselves artistically. Amazing Alakazam is toward God, Lord Byron's been drawing painting and doing sculptures and jewelry ever since I was 4 years old.
That's a long time, Byron.
Yeah, and I'm 66 years old now.
Is there any of these other drawings you'd like to talk about in particular, or?
They're only fantasy drawings and different designs of different kinds and types of artwork that I like to do.
Do any of the symbols mean anything more to you or any less than any of these other ones? If there's one of these you'd like to talk about, I'd be happy to pull it up and we can talk about it, or if you'd rather
Well, they explain themselves out pretty much just by looking at it. It's just a different kind of manner and way to have some fun doing your own coloring in of the fantasy drawings and paintings that Amazing Alakazam is toward God, Lord Byron has done. You can sell the paintings. There's museums that collect my artwork. You can sell the pictures in the coloring book by word of mouth or either two persons in representatives for museums that collect good artwork. And so there's a way that persons can earn money by purchasing one of the coloring books and selling the pictures that they color in with their own color scheme style, so that they have something to do with the originality work that Amazing Alakazam is for God, Lord Byron has done.
Fantastic.
That's called Snowflake.
This is called Snowflake?
Yes. That's another my genie lamp.
Is the snowflake the name for the lamp or the genie that's inside the lamp?
It's the name for the lamp. It's just designed for a lamp.
Sure. Okay.
That I can make out of I'm a sculptor jeweler and a painter. I'm a mural painter, a master painter. So I can paint very well. I'm very realistic. I'm a scientific illustrator. I got straight A's in college in art.
Well, thank you for taking some time to talk with me about it. I'm excited to get your book finished up. Mm-hmm. This is an example of how realistic you can draw.
I drew that very quickly. I'm more realistic than that. That photograph wasn't that good that I was looking at there. Mm-hmm. I can draw so well that it'll look like a mirror image. I can paint very realistic, but I need someone to give me a photograph of themselves first. Then I go in, do the shading, the preliminary shading. After I've gotten all the contour lines drawn, I do the preliminary shading and get it to look like the photograph. And then I have the person come back and pose in real life to where I can look at the fine details of like the eyelashes that I call icicas, or the eyebrows, each hair on the eyebrows, and where the shine marks, where to put the shine marks in the hair, or the shine marks on the face, and then the getting more precise with the shapes of the nostrils and the nose, or the shapes of the eyes, or the glasses that are worn, or the whiskers, or ladies' smoothness faces with beautiful eyes and beautiful noses and beautiful mouths and beautiful eyebrows and beautiful hair.
Perfect.
All right, Luke. Well, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you, Byron.
All right, you have a nice life.
All right, you too. I appreciate your time.
All right.
And we'll be releasing your book hopefully in the next month. We're finishing up the design, and then we have to match the design with the writings that you provided, and then we'll start printing them out, and they'll be for sale at Cali Commons. And if people bump into you, you'll have a set of books that they can buy. And ideally, would you like commissions if possible?
Yes, I would.
All right.
Now, what kind of percentage does Luke want for each commission?
We would take less than 30% probably for commission.
All right.
And for our book, we've agreed to take 50-50, right?
Right.
Perfect.
All right. Well, it was nice talking with you, Luke. If you want me to come back and do another interview, I can.
Sounds perfect.
All right. Thanks a lot, Luke.
Have a great rest of your day.
All right. But did you like the interview, Luke?
Yeah, I did, Byron. I appreciate it. You did a good job.